Imagine working your whole life to earn respect, only for some entitled executive's niece to stroll in, pretend to fix your mistakes, and humiliate you in front of the entire board. That's exactly what happened to me, but what she didn't know was that I record everything. And when the truth came out, her career didn't survive the fallout. My name's Ryan Carter, 34 years old, senior project manager at a large tech consulting firm in Chicago. For almost 8 years, I'd been building my reputation from scratch, long nights, impossible clients, and way too many cold coffees. Finally, I'd earned what everyone in our office called the corner trust, meaning the CEO, Mr. Donovan, trusted me enough to handle million-dollar accounts without oversight. Life was stable. I had a team that respected me, a girlfriend who supported my insane hours, and a manager who finally stopped micromanaging me. Then, one morning, everything changed. During our quarterly meeting, Mr. Donovan introduced someone new, his niece, Samantha Donovan. She was in her late 20s, fresh out of an Ivy League MBA program, confident, perfectly dressed, and way too full of herself. "Sam's joining us as an operations advisor," the CEO said proudly. She smiled like she already owned the place. Everyone clapped politely. But I noticed her eyes land on me, sizing me up like I was a problem she needed to solve. At first, I thought she was just curious. Turns out, curiosity wasn't her style. Destruction was. Within 2 weeks, she started suggesting process changes that made no sense. She'd drop into my meetings uninvited, scribble things in her little notebook, and send feedback emails copied to everyone above me. Then one morning, she called me out in front of my entire team. "Ryan, these numbers don't add up," she said, projecting my spreadsheet on the screen. "If you'd actually followed standard reporting formats, maybe they would." I felt my jaw tighten. The report was fine. She had pulled data from the wrong database. But in that moment, all eyes were on me. So I just said, "I'll double-check that." Later, I confronted her privately. "If you have a problem with my work, you can come to me first. You don't need to humiliate me in front of my team." She smirked. "Ryan, I'm just doing what's best for the company. Don't take it personally." That's when I realized she wasn't here to help. She was here to prove herself, and she'd chosen me as her stepping stone. Weeks passed. Every mistake in the department, real or imagined, somehow became Ryan's oversight. She started whispering with executives, dropping phrases like non-compliance risk and process negligence. Then came the blow. During a high-stakes meeting with clients and top executives, Samantha projected a slide deck showing proof that I'd authorized an unapproved vendor, costing the company $180,000 in potential losses. "This," she said confidently, "is why oversight is critical." Mr. Donovan's face turned red. "Ryan, is this true?" My stomach dropped. I hadn't even heard of that vendor. But I didn't argue. Not yet. Because, and here's the thing, I knew Samantha was lying. And I had proof. See, after the second time she tried to corner me, I started documenting everything. Every email. Every change request. Every suggestion she made. I even had screen recordings of her altering financial entries in our shared database. And that unapproved vendor? Her signature was right there on the authorization form. So while everyone thought I was dead in the water, I smiled and said, "I'll need 24 hours to present my side." That night, I didn't sleep. I compiled every message, timestamp, and screenshot into a clean, chronological presentation. I even found internal chat logs where she bragged to a coworker. "Once Ryan's out, I'll take his team. Uncle will finally see what I can do." The next day, the boardroom was silent as I walked in. I plugged in my laptop and calmly said, "Before you make any decisions, I'd like to clarify something." I played a 15-second clip, a screen recording of her editing the database and changing my credentials to make it look like I'd made the authorization. Mr. Donovan's jaw dropped. Then I showed the chat logs, the emails, the timestamps. You could hear a pin drop. When I finished, Samantha's face was pale. Mr. Donovan stood up slowly, looked at her, and said, "Samantha, is this true?" She tried to deny it, but the evidence was overwhelming. That afternoon, HR escorted her out of the building, Word spread like wildfire. The golden niece was gone, and I, the guy she tried to destroy, had saved not just my career but the company's reputation. Mr. Donovan called me into his office the next day. "Ryan, I can't undo the humiliation you went through, but I want to make this right." He offered me a promotion to Director of Operations, Samantha's old position. I accepted it with a smile. Later, I heard she tried to get another job in the industry, but no one wanted to touch her resume after what happened. As for me, I didn't gloat. But every time I passed that conference room, the one where she'd once humiliated me, I smiled quietly to myself. Because karma doesn't miss. It just takes time. People like Samantha think manipulation is power. But power isn't about control, it's about integrity. She had every advantage: family, money, connections. But in the end, truth beat privilege. And I didn't have to scream for revenge. I just had to let her destroy herself.